Good morning, everyone. This is Jackie at Mountain Life Fitness. I'm the owner of this lovely facility, and these videos that we have been producing for several weeks now are all for our Mountain Life Fitness members and clients. And this is Thursday, April 16th, 2020, and welcome to Abs&Core Blast. This is a format that we introduced last week, and of course I'll change these each week so that you'll build a nice little portfolio of these. Really meant to be stacked with other classes. You can really integrate these into just about any of our class formats, with the exception perhaps of a mat Pilates. I don't know that it would really be effective there because you're doing so much core work in those programs as it is. So this would pair well with your cycling, it would pair well with any of our circuits, and it would even pair well with a functional strength because you could tack it on the end as a little additional abdominal work. The other thing you can do is use the blocks. There's 4 blocks. You might want to do block 1 one day, block 2 another, block 3 another, block 4 another, or you might want to do the whole entire 4 blocks twice in a row. So it gives you lots of flexibility. So what we're going to do this morning, you can have shoes on or off, socks on or off for this, whatever feels the best to you. I'm going to keep my shoes on, and we're not using any music. You are encouraged to warm up before you perform this, so hopefully you're going to be tacking this on, stacking it with another program where you've already warmed up, and you'll also be responsible for utilizing a stretch and cool down at the end of that as well. Okay, so we're going to start today. Block 1 is going to be done from the floor position. I am going to use a stability ball and a body bar today. You don't have to use either of those, but just wanted to let you know that I intend to use a little bit of equipment. And then on this first one, you want to be really careful. We've done derivations on the theme of this before, but it's a plank. And from the plank position, what you're going to be doing is you're finding your plank, and then you're going to bring yourself over and tap that knee. So I'm going to take my right hand and tap my left knee. Yeah? And tap. And hold. And tap. Now switch sides. Take your time. Find your stability. Yes? So it's just a 2-point balance. So, yeah, going to take your time here and tap. Nose to toes core involved here, and tap. Good, now let's alternate. Up and back, up and back, up and back to plank, up and back to plank, up and back, up, and 2 more, up and plank, and 1 more, up and plank. Good job. All right, so next is going to be a single leg walkout to 1 push-up. Then that leg will come off the floor again, and you're going to walk back into downward facing dog. So what you're going to do is start in a downward facing dog. So come up there. And let's get the shoulders, pack, rib cage, lifted, navel to spine. Let's bring 1 leg up, walk it out, find that position, put the foot down, and give me a push-up. Bring the knee back up and walk it back. Yep. Back into plank, put the foot down, both knees can go down, push up, bring the knee up, walk it back up, downward facing dog. Bring it back out, foot down, and push up. Let's do a couple more times. Bring the knee up, walk it back, bring it back in to plank, foot down, push up, bring the knee up, walk it back, back out, foot down, and push up, and release. Whew, that'll get you. Okay. So lots of stabilization, hence the reason this isn't just about the corset muscles, yeah? Okay, so come on over to your back, and we're gonna do some dead bugs, okay? And get lots of animals and superheroes today. Already had the dog, downward facing dog. So legs in tabletop, so knees over hips, lower legs parallel to the ground. Arms up over the chest. And you're going to drop the left leg and left arm, and then the right together. They both go down. Your job here is stabilizing, yeah? Now if you need support for the head, it's gonna be a little more challenging. You put a hand back there, then you wanna switch hands, yeah? That's it. Now, compress abdomen. That's it. Really brace the abdomen. Keep the shoulders packed down and up. Good. Down and up. Let's go for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Rock and roll that on up. And now I'm going to use the ball. Okay? So, again, you don't have to use the ball. You can just stay right there on the floor and go without it. And so what we're going to start with, if you've got a ball, you're going to place it on your shins. And the whole goal here is to not dislodge the ball, right? So we're going to rest the head and the fingers, and this is going to be a reverse curl. So very small, hips to ceiling, chest to thighs. So you're going to be able to move your torso further than you're going to be able to move those hips. Yeah, up, so you're really causing you to brace and compress here in order to get the hips up. Balls usually weigh about 2 to 3 pounds. Yeah, so lift up, so you got a little load to contend with there. Head stays off the floor. So you just want to create about a 20 to 30 degree flexion of the torso. Hips coming up just enough basically for you to get a piece of paper, tissue paper underneath your hips. Let's try 4 more and then we'll add rotation. Compress. So you're not ever pushing out, you're always pulling in. That's it. And 2, good, and 1 more, up and back. Let's add rotation to that. Up and across and back, up and across and back. Again, hips toward the ceiling, chest coming up toward the thigh. As you come into rotation, integrating oblique muscles that make up your waistline. And across, the big rotators of the torso. Let's go 4, yeah, and 3, good, 2, and 1 more, across and back. Now what we want to do is take the ball, if you've got one, and place it underneath your knees. So you want to have the heels hooked on the ball. Okay, again, if you don't have a ball, just going to do it without. What I don't want you to do is put your legs on the outside of the ball because it allows you to use too much of your lower body to lift here. So we don't want to do that. And what we're going to do is just reverse curls. So we're going to lift up and back. Now as you come back, be careful that you do not let that pelvis come out of neutral. Yes, you're not allowing the back to arch. Got to really keep those heels pinned in. That's it. You get a little bigger range of motion here as well. Exhale and inhale and up. And let's add rotation to it. Up and across and back. Up and across and back. Exhale and inhale and across. Good. 4 to go. 4 and 3. Keep compressing. 2 and 1 more. Across and back. Good job. All right, so ball comes out. Rock and roll up if you've got one. And we're going to come into the wave on the ball here. And so what you want to do, if you're using a ball, okay, you're going to walk out until you get the small of the back and the middle of the back supported. If you don't have a ball, you're just going to do this from the floor, okay? Arms up over the head, and we're going to come through and back. What you don't want to do is arch over the ball. Yeah. So we're moving through this nice big range of motion and around and around. Now let's reverse direction. Up and around. Arms stay still. They stay with the torso. And around. Good. And around. Reverse. Don't want to do too many of these in a row, so we just do 2 sets. Yeah. And 3, and 4, and reverse, up and around. Compress the abdomen. We're doing these in short circuit this week, 2 and 2, and 1 more, around and through. Good job. Carefully walk yourself back up. Okay, so these are going to be rollbacks and sort of like rolling like a ball. And we're going to end up, I'm going to keep using the ball. Now here, if you had like a mini ball and you wanted to use it, you could. Again, it just sort of works as a prop, okay? So, I'm going to have the ball, and I'm going to kind of place it on my shins. I'm going to hold on to it the entire time. If you were doing this without the ball, you'd be holding the shins or the back of the thigh. Make sure when you roll back, you keep your chin tucked in, and you don't ever allow yourself to touch your cervical spine here. So, it's going to be nice and slow. We're going to roll back, and up, and back, and up, and then we're going to extend and come back. Go back and up and back and up, and then extend. Again, roll back and up, back and up, and extend, and one more, back and up, back and up, and extend. Good. And you can put that ball aside if you have one. Okay, so these are going to be what's called a bear plank. I think it's just because you end up kind of in a all fours position there. Like I told you, maybe lots of animals and superheroes today. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into a plank position, and then we're going to bring one leg up, the other one up, walk up, and hold. Hands down, back to your plank, and hold. One leg, other, walk up, and hold. Walk back, down, and back into plank. Again, up, up, and hold, back, down, hold plank. Up, up, and hold, down, down, and plank. Let's try a couple more. Up, up, and hold, down, down, and plank. One more time. Up, up, and hold, down, down, and plank. Good job. All right, releasing there. Okay, so this is going to be a kneeling hay baler. I'm just gonna grab my body bar. You can use really a dumbbell or a medicine ball here, okay? And we're gonna sit up on our knees, shoulders down and back, pelvic floor up and in and navel to spine. And we're gonna come up and over, and up and over, up and over. Work from that waistline. Try to keep your hips quiet. That's it. So navel to top of the head is what's moving here. Kind of in a figure 8. And let's go 8, 7, 6. Good. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right. And put that aside. Okay. And then we're going to come back up into a standing position. Now these are squats with rotations. No movement in the lower body, no load other than your own body. You're going to squat, rotate, center, and push up. Squat, rotate, be specific. Squat, rotate, center, stand. Squat, rotate. Hold your lower body accountable. Down, rotate, center, and up, down, rotate, center, and up, down, rotate, center. One more. Down, rotate, center, and up. All right, great job, you guys. Okay. So last is going to be sideline, sort of in a fetal position here. And we're gonna have that bottom arm outstretched, okay? So what we wanna do is get that bottom arm out, okay? It may not like me there, so just let me move the mat. And I'll do it from this perspective. Okay. So bottom arm out. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the knees in and out, and then we're gonna lift up and down, okay? We're gonna keep the legs elevated. So it's in, out, up, and down. In, out, laterally flex, and down. In, out, up, and down. In, out, up, and down. In, out, laterally flex, and down. In, out, up, and two more. In, out, up, and down, and one more. In, out, up, and down. Good job. All right, and we'll switch sides there. So let's say you've got rotator cuff issues. Okay, you can find another position. So you could elevate the head, not have the arm outstretched there, have it tucked, and then just lift off from that bent arm position, okay? All right, so arm outstretched if you're able, yeah? And let's pull in, out, up, and down. Flex, extend, up, and down. In, out, move rib cage to hip bone. In, out, up, and down. Good. In, out, up, and down. Flex, extend, up, and down. Again, in, out, up, two to go. In, out, up, and down. Last one. In, out, up, and down. Great job. Push yourself on up. And that is your abs and core blast, guys. So again, you can play with this. You could go back through the whole entire series again if you wanted to, or you could just do this by blocks as I mentioned earlier. Have a great time with it, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks so much.